Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Vigilante 8. This is new 26, of course. And we're back after a, well, technically, week off. Because last week was Yakety Sax. If you missed the Yakety Sax review, I'll have it at the end bumper so you can get to that so that you can get to the proper order. Episode 190 of this crazy show. That's right, we're 10 away from 200. He's on the road to friendship. Now, I had to take some additional time before recording this review to figure out what exactly the moral was because it's weird. But here's my take on it. Sometimes when you're doing something like really with your friends, like a buddy road trip, for instance, space can be difficult. And being on the road, you get annoyed sometimes and frustrated at the friend you're doing the road trip with. Sometimes something that seems initially easy becomes hard because of the perils of the road. And after spending a lot of time together in the same place, you just get sick and tired of seeing the dude or dudettes to the right of you, which can amp up the frustration. But yes, it can be frustrating, but it's in those moments of working together, laughing through the frustration, that it can be fun. I think this is what the moral is, but it's only because of two young ponies pointing it out near the end of the episode where this becomes the case. But it is my belief that the true moral is this. When hanging out with a friend for a long time, you think you know them and you think you can go through with them doing anything. That if you both were together in the same spot, there would be no way you could get frustrated by the friend in question. That you'd always want to be in lockstep or together. That the two of you, even though you're best of friends, need space. And sometimes when you're on a long road trip, trust me, I've been on one, space, not only physically but emotionally, can be a big issue. And sometimes, yet, when everything is going wrong and nothing is going right, and then you add the frustration of lack of space, it can become overwhelming and your friendship gets super tested. But it's through those frustrations, it's through those tests that you go through, that you find out how strong your friendship actually is. You find out through the hardships that if you survive it, you're going to come out stronger on the other end. It's a what doesn't kill you type moral here, and it most certainly does. Yes, the moral is strong as per the usual, but the strength here is not only the pacing, it's what I call the loop back. Starlight and Trixie have always had a quite wonderful chemistry together. Although their first episode together, all bottled up, can be amounted to the frustration that Trixie caused Starlight was also the same frustration caused by the viewer. And it's one of the lower ends of the early part of season 7. But since then, we haven't seen the two of them together. In this instance, we finally see them together again. After performing a successful Ponyville magic show, it also sees the return of Princess Cadance and Flyheart in a short cameo. Cadance gives them the quite appropriate idea that they should take their show on the road, not only figuratively but literally, because they seem like such good friends that it would work. So thus begins your typical buddy road comedy. That's right, MLP doing buddy comedy, or a buddy episode, if you will, with the two of them on the road to Saddle Arabia. After one of Saddle Arabia's caravans drives through and loves the show and would love to see it in native country. Something that Trixie at first passes up, but because old dude appeals to her ego, it's on. So at first, everything is going beautifully, including, and so beautifully, they even burst out in song. That's right, we have a song that follows up with the same name as the episode title. And the song is a wonderful buddy comedy style song of them getting along big time. Mob sing a montage of them going from one side of Equestria to the other to get there, but in typical buddy comedy fashion, the happy days are short, as the cramped spaces of Trixie's wagon, combined with food and water and budget problems, as is a custom on any road trip, I should know, I've been on one, catches up to the two. And it ultimately looks like it's gonna dissolve their friendship when Starlight does a logical but rather douchish move. See, at the beginning of the episode, so the Saudi Arabian caravan offers Trixie a better carriage, something that she refuses throughout the episode. Why? Because that carriage has sentimental value. All their magical collectibles, different tricks, and even the caravan itself has been with her for as long as she can remember. Could this be a callback to Trixie's dad from Granny's Gone Wild? Could the caravan have been his? Question mark? To that end, Trixie won't give it up. But Starlight does. Mainly because she's sick and tired of the lack of space. But of course, she does it while Trixie is asleep. In an effort to get her old caravan back, have to show the Arabian caravan owner that they're friends. This is where the rollback comes in. At the end of the opening scene of this episode, we see the return of one of the cutest, most delightful things this show has ever provided my life. And it's even made cuter because Flurry's in the scene now. The infamous sunshine rhyme. Yep, that's right. Cadence and Twilight bust out the sunshine rhyme run to show how solid their friendship is through it all. Why bring it up now? Because the two of them, Starlight and Trixie, try to come up with one on the fly to get the wagon back. Sure, it's not as beautifully rhymed or beautifully choreographed. In fact, it's hilariously funny. But it's the idea that the end scene connected with the first scene that loops the episode and its message back together. Trixie is, of course, wonderful as always, and the bond with Starlight is obvious. And yes, Trixie threatens to get herself killed again, this time by trying to be in the way of a wagon carriage to get our wagon back. So, does this girl just not see any limit to get what she wants? It's just something that I'm probably going to have to dig into. But anyway, this episode is great. Like most episodes in season 8, if you understand what the show is at this point, most of the episodes this season have been fantastic. And On the Road to Friendship is yet another one. This episode corrects all the mistakes of All Bottled Up and does it in a much more wonderful, much more enjoyable, and much more entertaining way. The song is strong, the moral is strong, and the loop back from the beginning of the 22 minutes to the end of the 22 minutes is equally as strong. This episode has the potential to be the strongest in the season, or at least now it is. That's why I have to say it. The record has been tied. This is a 6 out of 6. If this season keeps it up, it will steal from season 5 as being the greatest statistical season ever for New 26. All it needs is one more 6 and we're there. Watch this episode with a buddy. Really, it's that good. So until next week, I'm Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own Nirvana. And if your friend asks for space, give it. It helps.